Welcome to our deep dive. Today, we're going to explore something pretty fascinating, and that's your complete guide to the Scorpio horoscope for 2025.
Okay.
Now, you might be wondering, what can a horoscope really tell me?
Right.
Think of it kind of like a personalized map, not a set-in-stone prediction.
Yeah.
It highlights potential twists and turns on your journey of self-discovery
Right.
in the coming year.
It's less about telling you exactly what will happen
Yeah.
and more about understanding the energies at play,
Okay.
the themes that might be prominent, and how you can use that awareness for personal growth.
Okay, so not a crystal ball.
Right.
But a tool for reflection and maybe some strategic planning. I like that.
Yeah.
What's the overall forecast for Scorpio in 2025? What kind of year are we looking at?
The guide paints a picture of transformation, renewal, and empowerment. It seems 2025 is calling Scorpios to step into their power, embrace change, and really shape their own destinies, both in their personal lives and careers.
Ooh, shape their own destinies. That has a nice ring to it.
It does.
But transformation can sometimes be a little daunting.
Right.
Is there anything in the guide that hints at what kind of changes Scorpios might be facing?
There's a strong emphasis on self-awareness and personal growth throughout the year.
Okay.
It suggests you might be confronting old patterns, releasing limiting beliefs,
Right.
and really digging deep to understand your true potential.
So some inner work is on the agenda.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You need a strong foundation to build anything worthwhile.
Right.
I'm ready to unpack this month by month.
Okay.
What does January have in store?
The guide uses an interesting phrase for January,
Okay.
reinicio energetico, an energetic reset.
Okay.
It suggests setting clear goals, not just resolutions, but intentions that align with this theme of renewal.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Okay.
What needs a refresh in your life?
Yeah.
What are you ready to release to make space for new growth?
A fresh start, but with more intentionality than just saying, like, I'm going to hit the gym every day.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
The guide also mentions Mars in Cancer influencing professional goals.
Right.
What does that mean in plain English?
Mars is the planet of action.
Okay.
And in Cancer, a sign associated with home and nurturing, it directs that energy toward building a secure foundation. So your career ambitions might be less about climbing the ladder and more about creating a stable and meaningful base for your aspirations.
Okay.
Think about building skills, deepening your knowledge, and really establishing yourself as a reliable expert in your field.
That's a really interesting way to think about career goals. Not just the outward climb, but the inner strengthening.
Yeah.
The guide also talks about introspection and releasing emotional baggage in January.
Right.
What kind of inner work are we talking about here?
It encourages you to identify what needs to be renewed in your life.
Yeah.
And that might involve confronting some uncomfortable truths or facing fears you've been avoiding.
Right.
It's about clearing out any negativity or limiting beliefs that might be holding you back from embracing this year of transformation.
So January is about setting those ambitious goals, but also doing the inner work to make sure you're ready to take them on.
Exactly.
That sounds like a potent combination. Now tell me about February.
Okay.
How does the energy shift from that intense January reset?
February is all about finding balance.
Okay.
Equilibrio personal, as the guide calls it. After the ambition and internal focus of January, February is a reminder to find that sweet spot between pursuing your goals and taking care of your well-being.
I can already feel myself getting stressed just thinking about all that January ambition.
You're right.
Balance is definitely needed.
It is.
The guide also mentions boundaries in February.
Yes.
What's the connection there?
It's interesting because Saturn, the planet of discipline and boundaries, is in Pisces, a sign known for its empathy and compassion. This could suggest a need to set firmer boundaries in both your personal and professional life to protect your emotional energy,
Right.
especially after the deep inner work of January.
It's like setting up healthy safeguards to make sure you can actually sustain that new energy and focus you cultivated in January.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, what about love? Any Valentine's Day magic for Scorpios in February?
The guide emphasizes open communication for couples,
Okay.
suggesting that honesty and empathy will be key to navigating any challenges that might arise. For those who are single, there's potential for new love, but it seems to require stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Okay.
Maybe trying something new or being open to unexpected connections.
A little mystery and adventure in the love department.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. We've got goal setting, inner work, balance, boundaries, and a dash of romance. What comes next in March?
Get ready for a big shift.
Okay.
Transformation and renacimiento. Transformation and rebirth are the key themes for March. It suggests a powerful month for facing those fears you identified in January. The horoscope suggests a situation might arise at work, perhaps a new project or a challenging colleague,
Right.
that forces you to confront those fears head on.
Wow. So those intentions you set in January are really getting put to the test.
They are.
The guide also mentions Venus retrograde in March.
Yes.
Can you break down what that means and how it might impact Scorpios?
Venus retrograde is when the planet appears to be moving backward from our perspective on Earth.
Okay.
Astrologers believe this can create delays and force us to revisit old issues.
Hmm.
For Scorpios, this could manifest in reevaluating career choices, revisiting creative projects that were put on hold, or even reconnecting with people from your past.
So a bit of a rewind with a chance to reevaluate and maybe even course correct.
Right.
Interesting. The guide also hints at potential professional renewal or starting new ventures in March.
Yeah.
Could this be related to Venus retrograde?
Absolutely. With Venus retrograde in Aries, a sign known for its initiative and boldness, it's a time to revisit old projects or ideas and potentially give them new life.
Yeah.
This could be a period of significant career changes or embarking on entrepreneurial endeavors.
Okay, so March is about taking those transformations and putting them into action.
Yes.
It's a month for being bold and embracing change, both internally and externally. Now, what about April? How does the energy evolve?
April is all about renacimiento y acción.
Okay.
Rebirth and action.
You're right.
It's about taking those transformations from March and really putting them into practice. The energy is very action-oriented, encouraging Scorpios to make bold moves towards their goals. And there's a fascinating astrological aspect at play that could support this.
Tell me more about that. What's making April such a powerful month for action?
Saturn and Uranus are aligning favorably in April, and they're often seen as opposing forces.
Okay.
Saturn represents structure and tradition,
Okay.
while Uranus symbolizes change and innovation. Right.
When they align favorably, it creates a unique energy that allows for structured change and progress, making it easier to implement big changes in a way that feels both grounded and innovative.
So April is about taking action, making those bold moves, but with a sense of strategy and grounding, thanks to that Saturn-Uranus alignment.
Right.
What about relationships in April? Any insights there?
The guide suggests that honesty and open communication will be crucial for couples navigating any challenges that might arise.
Okay.
For single Scorpios, there's a possibility of finding a meaningful connection, especially in social or work settings, but it emphasizes authenticity and being true to yourself.
So April is about aligning your actions with your values, both in your personal life and in pursuit of your goals. It seems like the first 4 months of 2025 are building on each other, taking Scorpios on quite a journey of self-discovery.
It is.
What about May? How does the energy shift as we head into the second quarter of the year?
May is all about renovación y claridad, renewal and clarity.
It seems like a month for deep self-evaluation and spiritual renewal. A time to reflect on how far you've come since that January reset and to clarify your vision for the future.
I'm seeing some mention of Pluto and Capricorn influencing Scorpios in May.
Yes.
What does that signify, and how does it tie into this theme of renewal and clarity?
Pluto is the planet of transformation and power.
Okay.
And Capricorn is the sign associated with ambition, structure, and responsibility. This combination suggests a powerful opportunity for Scorpios to step into their authority, both personally and professionally.
Right.
It's about aligning with your true purpose and power, both internally and externally.
Stepping into your power. That sounds like a great way to head into the summer months.
It does.
But before we get there, we need a break.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll delve into the second half of 2025 and see what's in store for Scorpios. Stay with us. Okay, we're back, ready to explore the second half of your 2025 Scorpio horoscope. We left off with May being a month of powerful transformation and stepping into your authority. What's next on the agenda for June?
June is all about, well, the guide calls it, expansion y oportunidades. Expansion and opportunity. Jupiter. The planet of luck and abundance is in Cancer.
Okay.
Which is interesting because Cancer is all about home and nurturing, right?
Oh.
It suggests that the opportunities coming your way might be related to creating a sense of security and foundation in your life.
Right.
Perhaps expanding your home, deepening family connections, or building a business that feels aligned with your core values.
So the expansion in June isn't just outward.
Right.
It's also about creating a stronger base for yourself, a place from which to launch those bigger dreams.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
One source mentions that Scorpios could receive interesting professional proposals in June, potentially opening doors to exciting new directions. Does that track with Jupiter in Cancer?
It absolutely does. Okay. Jupiter expands everything it touches. And in Cancer, it could bring opportunities related to real estate, home-based businesses, or even caring professions.
Right.
The key is to be open to those proposals, even if they seem a little outside your comfort zone.
So be open to those unexpected opportunities, even if they involve, say, starting a home-based bakery instead of climbing the corporate ladder.
Exactly.
Got it. The guide also mentions financial opportunities in June.
Yes.
But with a cautionary note about avoiding unnecessary risks.
Right.
How should Scorpios approach finances this month?
June is a good time to review your budget, consolidate your resources, and make sure you're on solid ground financially.
Okay.
It's not about being overly cautious,
Right.
but rather about making smart, strategic decisions that will support your long-term financial well-being.
Okay, so June is about expansion, abundance, and making smart choices to create lasting success.
Yes.
What about relationships in June? Any major developments there?
For couples, June could bring a period of deepening connection and intimacy. It's a good time to reassess your shared goals and ensure you're on the same page.
Right.
For those who are single, a surprising connection might appear.
Okay.
But the guide advises taking things slow and letting things unfold naturally.
Intriguing. So a month for both professional and personal growth, but with an emphasis on moving forward with intention and awareness.
Exactly.
What about July? How does the energy shift?
July is a month for reflection and renovation, reflection and renewal.
Okay.
It's a time for looking inward, reevaluating your goals and relationships,
Right.
and making sure they're still aligned with your true purpose.
You mentioned earlier that Jupiter in Cancer brings opportunities for expansion,
Yes.
but some sources also point to potential challenges, particularly in the career area. How do those two seemingly conflicting energies play out in July?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
July is when we have the first Mercury retrograde of the year. And Mercury retrograde is often associated with delays, miscommunications,
Right.
and a need to revisit old plans. So while those Jupiterian opportunities are still there, you might encounter some roadblocks or delays in bringing them to fruition.
So July is more about refining those ambitions and maybe adjusting your approach,
Right.
rather than expecting everything to fall into place perfectly.
Exactly.
The guide also suggests a need for patience, flexibility, and adaptability in July.
Yes.
Why are those qualities so important this month?
With Mercury retrograde in Leo,
Okay.
a sign known for its confidence and dramatic flair, there might be a tendency to get caught up in ego battles.
Right.
Or to resist necessary adjustments.
Yeah.
Patience, flexibility, and adaptability will be key to navigating these challenges with grace and maintaining a sense of humor.
So July is a month for navigating challenges, refining plans, and remembering to laugh along the way. What about August? Does the energy lighten up a bit?
August is a month for recompensas expansion,
Oh, yeah.
rewards and expansion.
Right.
It's time to celebrate the fruits of your labor, enjoy recognition for your achievements, and potentially see some career advancement and financial growth.
A well-deserved reward after navigating those July challenges.
Yeah.
One source mentions Mars, the planet of action, in Virgo, the sign of details and organization.
Yes.
How does this energy contribute to that theme of rewards and expansion in August?
With Mars in Virgo, Scorpios will have a knack for focusing on the details, fine-tuning their plans, and putting in the work to manifest their goals. This combination is all about taking practical steps and making things happen.
It seems like August is a time for Scorpios to really shine, to see those seeds they planted earlier in the year start to blossom.
Yes.
The guide also hints at potential for increasing income or making secure investments in August.
Right.
Is this a good time for financial risk-taking?
August is more about consolidating gains and making smart, grounded choices.
Right.
Think about investments that offer stability and long-term growth rather than speculative ventures.
Okay, so August is about celebrating success, enjoying abundance, and continuing to build a solid foundation for the future.
Exactly.
What about September? How does the energy shift as we head into the final quarter of the year?
September is a month of intensidad y claridad. intensity and clarity.
All right.
It brings a surge of energy and determination as Mars enters Scorpio, amplifying your natural strengths and magnetism.
Mars in Scorpio, that sounds powerful.
It is.
I imagine this transit could be a bit of a double-edged sword.
Right.
Bringing a lot of energy, but also a potential for conflict or power struggles.
Yeah.
How should Scorpios channel this energy effectively?
It's true that Mars in Scorpio can be intense.
Yeah.
The key is to channel that energy into productive pursuits.
Okay.
This is a great time for pursuing your passions, tackling challenging projects, and asserting yourself in a way that is both confident and respectful.
One source mentions potential professional challenges in September, requiring Scorpios to demonstrate their leadership skills and strategic thinking.
Right.
How do these challenges tie into that Mars in the Scorpio energy?
With this assertive energy, you might find yourself taking on leadership roles, negotiating deals, or spearheading important projects. These situations could test your patience and your ability to stay focused and strategic.
Right.
But they also offer an opportunity to showcase your strengths and rise to the occasion.
Okay, so September is about stepping into your power, embracing challenges, and staying true to yourself.
Exactly.
What about October? How does the energy evolve as we move closer to Scorpio season?
October is a special month for Scorpios. Yeah. It's the prelude to your birthday season.
Right.
And it brings a sense of renovation, y empoderamiento, renewal, and empowerment. The energy is vibrant, encouraging you to embrace your strengths and pursue your passions with confidence.
I'm seeing mentions of Mars and Libra influencing Scorpios in October.
Yes.
Libra is all about harmony and balance.
Right.
Which seems like a very different energy than assertive Mars.
Right.
How does this combination play out?
It's an interesting mix, indeed.
Yeah.
Mars and Libra might channel your energy towards creating more balanced and harmonious relationships, both personal and professional. The time for diplomacy, collaboration, and finding win-win solutions.
So maybe October is a time to use that Scorpio intensity to smooth things over and build bridges rather than burning them.
Exactly.
The guide also mentions potential career advancements in October.
Yes.
What kind of opportunities might arise?
With the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, entering Scorpio towards the end of October, it's a time for increased visibility and recognition in your field.
Right.
You might find yourself taking on leadership roles or receiving opportunities that allow you to showcase your expertise and creativity.
October sounds like a month for stepping into the spotlight and finding a sense of balance and harmony in all areas of life.
Yeah.
What about November, the heart of Scorpio season?
November is all about renovation y poder personal.
Okay.
Renewal and personal power.
Yeah.
The sun is in your sign for most of the month, amplifying your natural strengths, charisma, and magnetism.
Ooh, time to shine.
Yeah.
One source mentions the new moon in Scorpio at the beginning of November as a particularly potent time for setting intentions and planting seeds for the future.
Yes.
What makes this new moon so special?
New moons are always a time for new beginnings.
Right.
But a new moon in your own sign is extra special. It's a time to connect with your deepest desires, visualize your goals, and set intentions that are aligned with your soul's purpose.
Okay, so November is a time to really own your power and set those intentions for the year ahead. The guide also mentions potential challenges and rewards in both relationships and careers in November.
Yes.
How should Scorpios navigate this potentially turbulent terrain?
With Mars also in Scorpio during this period, there's an intensity to emotions and a drive to succeed.
Right.
It's important to be mindful of your energy, communicate effectively, and set healthy boundaries to avoid unnecessary conflicts.
So November is a month to embrace your power, manifest your dreams, and navigate challenges with confidence and clarity.
Exactly.
What about December? How does the year wind down for Scorpios?
December is a month for cierre y renovación interna, closure, and internal renewal.
Okay.
It's a time to reflect on the year's journey, acknowledge your growth, and release anything that no longer serves you.
So December is about finding closure and creating space for a fresh start as we head into the new year. The guide mentions Venus, the planet of love and beauty, being in Scorpio in December.
Yeah.
How does that energy influence the final month of the year?
Venus in Scorpio, well, it intensifies emotions and deepens connections.
Okay.
It's a time for intimacy, vulnerability, and really understanding what matters most in your relationships. This could be a time for heartfelt conversations, expressing your deepest feelings, and strengthening those bonds that bring you joy and support.
It seems like December is encouraging Scorpios to really lean into those close relationships, to nurture those connections that bring warmth and meaning to life.
Yeah.
The guide also talks about financial prudence in December,
Right.
advising against impulsive spending. Why is that so important this month?
December can be a month of overindulgence with the holidays and the end of the year approaching.
Yeah.
But with Venus in Scorpio, there's a deeper message about valuing what truly matters.
All right.
This could be a good time to reflect on your spending habits, make sure your finances are in order, and set yourself up for a secure and abundant new year.
So December is about reflecting on the year, appreciating your loved ones, and making sure you're on solid ground as you head into the next chapter. That brings us to the end of our deep dive into the Scorpio horoscope for 2025.
Okay.
It's been quite a journey.
It has.
What's your final takeaway for Scorpios as they embark on this exciting year ahead?
Well, 2025 has the potential to be a truly transformative year for Scorpios. It's a year to embrace change, step into your power, and create a life that is aligned with your deepest values and aspirations.
Okay.
Remember to trust your intuition, be bold in your choices, and never underestimate your own strength and resilience.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
This deep dive has given me a lot to think about, not just in terms of my own horoscope, but also about how I approach life in general.
Right.
It's a reminder that we all have the power to shape our own destinies, to embrace change, and to create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling.
Absolutely.
And remember, a horoscope is just a guide.
Right.
It's up to each individual to take this information and use it in a way that empowers them to live their best lives. Thank you so much for joining us on this astrological adventure. We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
It was my pleasure.
And we encourage you to revisit this information throughout the year and see how these themes unfold in your own unique way.
Yes, absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep shining bright.